Hey, welcome to Magical Musings number 7, the mini-series where I reveal some of my thoughts and some reflections from the past month's episodes in a 5 minutes or slightly bigger episode, a very short episode. But anyway, welcome to this one. And if you are a patron, you'll be able to see all of these funky little graphics that I've got up on the screen. So patrons, you'll be able to see this in your Patreon community. But anyway, yeah, so Magical Musings number 7. This one I think was really important to me this month because there's been a real big focus for me on this idea of purpose and why. So not only did we have obviously Jake come on earlier on in the month with the idea about how to find a career that you love, it links so nicely with Amy Rowlinson's episode about the power of why. So something that I've now started to really think about is everything that I do, is it fitting with my values? I know I've mentioned that previously on previous episodes, but one of the things I'm really trying to do to make sure I go forward is to identify what is actually filling my cup, what is making my life feel great with the work that I do, because obviously you still have to earn money, you still have to pay the bills, pay the mortgage and pay off a wedding, pretty expensive weddings. But what is it that I'm doing that's actually filling my cup? And there's probably been a few things that I've done in my past that I'm probably, they've been okay. Maybe there's a few things in my business that I offer that I'm not too happy with. So maybe I can tinker and change it a little bit and do something different that's going to fill my cup more and align with my values. So I guess that's one of the biggest things for me is to take away from this, this month of episodes. Now, obviously, one of the episodes obviously was about the CEO announcement, which is absolutely amazing. And I really loved this one because it was so exciting to sit down with Stephen Curley and to share a little conversation about what our announcement is of me being the CEO. That's my phone, apologies. About the CEO of the Confident Club and what that looks like. Because as I've mentioned in the past about this idea of what fills your cup, the work that I'm doing with the CEO role of the Confident Club is perfectly fitting in line with my values of inspiring people to develop that ability to gain self-confidence and to present, because most people are absolutely afraid of presenting. And as you know, it can be, it's been seen, I think it was Richard Bandler shared this once, that the top 3 fears in life is that number 1 is public speaking and number 3 is death, which means people would rather die than public speak. So everything that we do is to help people become better presenters and unlock these skills and the secrets of presentation mastery. So I'm really pleased that we've got that episode now out to the world because we can get people to find out about that. There's some cool little things happening throughout the remainder of this year. So as Patreons and also people listening to this episode, you're going to find out more about that coming soon. Nick Cramp as well. That one was really a really great episode. Although it was recorded earlier on this year before I finished kind of the old season 3, one of the biggest things for me is that this business for me this year is scaled massively because, a year-on-year versus target, it's been very difficult to prove a year-on-year versus success because of 2020 having no work, 2019 obviously having a career but also the business, and then obviously 2021 kind of getting back out there. It's been very difficult to have like a year-on-year results. So I started to see like a real big focus for me this year of getting bigger, but also the biggest thing was about refocusing and realigning everything, that actually it's all about being better before bigger. So quite often you want to go and progress onto these next big projects, these next big things in life or in your business. And for me, it gave me that reaffirmation that actually, yeah, he's absolutely right. I really need to start thinking about actually making sure that what I have is better. So one of the conversations that I'm obviously thinking about, because the time I'm recording this, I'm literally going to be going on my wedding soon, which is amazing. And also I'll be going on my honeymoon. And at that point, obviously the business still has to run. I'm not going to check my emails whilst I'm on holiday. But actually to scale up higher as a solopreneur, maybe I could start getting a VA, someone to help offload some of those tasks like emails and all that monotonous work that sometimes really drives a lot of time in the business. So podcasting takes a lot of time. Emails takes a lot of time, invoices, hire agreements. The high value task for me would be to go out there, perform, to present, to speak, and the low value tasks, which are such as, emails and stuff that takes up all the time. That's not really the best version of me doing that. So if my best version is me performing or it's speaking, then that's really where I could put my energy. But with me being out of the country on a honeymoon, obviously I need someone to kind of pick up that slack. So that's something I've really started to focus from that now. And I was really inspired by Nick's episode. It's a really good book as well. So if you haven't listened to that episode yet, Go listen to it. It's the Better Before Bigger. And start thinking how you could actually make that in your team, in your business, in your career, or even in your your own life. What could you do to make things better before bigger? So that's something I'm definitely focusing on. The final thing as well, as patrons will know, I put a lovely exclusive video of about 15 minutes sharing my podcast strategy of how I got this podcast into the top 65 podcasts in the UK, which was such an amazing thing. You can see on the graphics above me, there is a little spike. I've shown the downloads, and you can go back and listen to that episode, which is the outcomes. There's no such thing as failure. There are only outcomes. So that was a real big thing to me. So lots of common themes here, obviously, with Amy's episode, with Jake's, that combination of purpose and finding why. So again, if you've not listened to those episodes, go listen to Amy Rowland's episode, Focus on Why, and also Jake's episode, How to Find a Career You Love. Great episodes that will help hopefully remind you of thinking about, what are you doing on this earth? What is your purpose? How do you align your vision with your values and actually find something that fills you with joy? That those moments that we create flow. When you do something like, for me, flow would be like a 2-hour wedding feels like 20 minutes because it's so fun. Or it could be a keynote on stage that's like 45 minutes, feels like 5 minutes. That kind of tells and signifies to you that you are in a state of flow. And I think that's really an important thing. So if you haven't listened to those episodes, go listen to them. There is some links in the show notes. And then obviously that will help you hopefully find a career that you love or a business, but also that ties into your vision. And then again, obviously, Nick Cramp's episode, the idea being better before bigger. And then obviously my episode about me sharing about how there's no such thing as failures, there are only outcomes. Now, obviously, one of the last things I'm going to share with you is the big musing, the magical musing that's on my mind at the minute is the wedding. It's been talked about for about 4 years now. Third postponement. By the time this goes out, it's going to be about 7 days before my wedding. So this should go out on, if I time this right, on the 2nd of September. And then obviously my wedding will be 7 days' time. So I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a real fun thing. It's a big thing to me. It was really important to me and my fiance and obviously our family. And obviously the first big family get together since pre-COVID. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be a great episode there. It's not going to be a great episode. It's going to be a great bloody day. Great wedding. So that's something that I'm obviously thinking about. Obviously, with everything, lots of thoughts going into that wedding of, where we've come from, 2 years of doing this podcast almost, of those moments of failure, those moments of, what have I done with my life? Have I made the wrong decision of leaving a career? And how that wonderful woman, Danielle, has supported me throughout everything. So there's this lovely combination of the wedding's coming, all of these messages, all these magical musings that I share every episode, every month. It's all because of this woman. So that is something I'm really, really looking forward to. So yeah, I guess really the biggest thing really here is, thank you again for everyone supporting. Obviously, Magical Musings is just ramblings and talkings about the previous episodes and lots of things on my mind. Go back and listen to those episodes this month if you haven't already. They are fantastic episodes. And also, keep in touch. We'll chat to you soon, obviously, about the wedding and what's going to happen. But again, as always, thank you for continuing to listen to this episode and supporting me. The podcast got into the top 65 of the UK, which is a phenomenal result, and I couldn't do that without you, the listener. So thanks for listening. Again, patrons, obviously you're watching this probably on the video in the community, exclusive content for you guys. But look, thank you to the existing patrons already. We've got Ant Howe, Cheri Brenton, Chris Lovett, Steve McDermott, and Rory Barnes. My voice is going because it's dry. Thank you to you guys. If you want to find out how to be a patron, come along. It's literally just £1, or you can go £3 a month to get the extra content like this one. And there's extra stuff in there, such as free coaching. I'm offering free coaching at the minute because of my NLP studies. So looking forward to offering that out to people. But thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, head over to Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, leave us a review. Stay tuned. More episodes every single Wednesday. And then the Magical Musings, a bonus episode every single month. Anyway, lovely to speak to you all, and thank you for listening. Good luck unlocking the best version of yourself, and I'll join you on another episode of Unlocked. Goodbye.